Hello and welcome to another NihongoGamer video. Very excited because I've got the Blake figure from RWBY. This is the Good Smile pop-up parade line of figures. Now, if you own any kind of figures, or maybe this is the first one you've ever bought, you know that generally these figures can be quite expensive. But this line, pop-up parade, apparently this is to make figures less expensive, but also to reduce the lead time from the announcement to the actual production of the figure. Alright, time to look at this figure. It's Blake Belladonna from RWBY. You're probably wondering why I didn't pick up RWBY, the main character, but the reason is because this is the character I wanted to play in BB Tag. And if you don't know what BB Tag is, it's a fighting game, and I think it's probably the only fighting game at the moment where you can actually play as the characters from RWBY. So let's just quickly open up the tape here. I pull this open here, on this. Blake Belladonna from RWBY. I mean, it's a no-frills package, of course. Now, the first thing I think you notice when you see this advertised online is that it looks like one of those toys that you can get from a UFO catcher. And I think that's the main thing. It's like, okay, they're claw machine quality figures, and who knows, might be higher than claw machine figure quality, but it's claw machine sort of quality in exchange for being able to get these produced more quickly and to like match trends in the market and hold on, and actually be able to provide people with the products that they want more quickly. Take the plastic off. Oh wow. I mean, also, even though she is probably my favorite character of the 4 RWBY characters, I think she is also probably the best looking of the figures, because I think the other ones, maybe the characters are more like they're just standing straight up on their plinth. But Blake, I believe she is the one who is the most floaty. Look at her, she's basically flying. She's got one of these transparent blocks that gives her the illusion that she's actually jumping or floating over this plinth. So feast your eyes on Blake Belladonna. First of all, let's just look at this epic pose. She does look like she's flying, and I think she looks good from most, the front angle, and especially this side angle here. You see less of her, obviously, from this angle, but wow, look at that silhouette, that epic pose, and that hair floating in the sky. And I really like Blake's weapon as well, because it's got all these whip-like features that they can use as part of the sculpture. And also, I just like that aspect of her in the fighting game as well. It's kind of like a sword, but she can fight you like a whip, and she throws you around the screen and really controls you, and I really love that aspect of her. I also like how her outfit is a balance of the other characters. So Yang is the one who's like in shorts and wants to just punch people in the face. And then RWBY and Vice are the ones who are trying to fight in skirts and dresses. And Blake is the one who's got like a mixture of both. She's got the short shorts, but she's still got this, I don't know what this is, some kind of corset. So right off the bat, the first thing I want to say is you really don't get any kind of sense that this is a cheap crane game figure. This definitely looks like it's up there with the more expensive figures. I think when you get closer in, you can see, okay, maybe this is not quite as smooth and swooping and, hand-carved looking as the more expensive ones. Even if they're not hand-carved, they have that kind of look. There's a good amount of detail and shape on this face. Always interesting to see how companies deal with 3D models and turning them into physical shapes, because often there's more detail in a sculpture than there is in the, the 3D model which is used for the actual anime. I am super happy with this. And already, even though I'm just using this simple whiteboard as a background, you can already see what kind of awesome photo opportunities you have with a figure like this, with the hair flowing out completely straight back there at the behind her, and then also the swooping of this whip. More often than not, probably not using it specifically for photos, but more just for display behind you. If let's say you're a streamer or a content creator, you want to just put it in the background, or even if you're not a content creator, you just want to put this on your shelf somewhere. From so many different angles, this looks epic. Usually, for a price like this, you can expect something that dropped out of a crane machine and, it doesn't kind of actually look like the character. They've got a really flat face instead of going to the trouble of sculpting them out, and certain details on the clothing will be completely flat instead of being molded. But definitely on this figure, they've gone all out. You've got all the folds in that corset, you've got the folds in her short shorts, although maybe in a few areas you can see where the front part of the hair has been glued onto the back part of the hair. That is something you can kind of just accept for the fact that it's a very quickly turned around figure. You know, they announced it, they made it, and then they sold it. If we just look here from the top, considering the complexity of this hair, you would expect it to be more obvious where they had stuck all the different parts of the hair together. But in my opinion, this is not very obvious, and certainly to the layman's eye, who's, you know, a non-figure collector, they're not going to look at this and go, oh yeah, you can see where all the multiple different parts have been stuck together. It's like, I think they've done a marvelous job of really masking anywhere they've had to glue these different pieces together to make one main sculpture. But moreover, it just makes me like this character even more, because again, I knew basically nothing about this character. I only chose her because she's kind of a zoner, and I don't usually play zoners, and she seems like a lot of fun in the way that she controls space. RWBY, of course, she's the main character. I understand that she's meant to be peppy and fun, but she's kind of two-dimensional despite being a 3D character. I really feel like straight off the bat from season 1, you already get a sense from Blake that she is a three-dimensional character. She's got a backstory, she's got her issues that she's trying to work through, she's part of something bigger, there's a war going on, she has a past, there's a little bit of mystery and intrigue. Sorry, this was meant to be an unboxing of a figure, but all I'm doing is talking to you about why Blake is the better of all the 4 characters. Ha! Just try and give you as many close-up looks at the figure as I can. This is the front view of the face, side view of the hair, the other side on the hair, and also a nice good look at this epic bow. Loads of creases and sculpture on the chest area. Take a look at these arms going over to the back. You can see nice folds in the corset clothing here at the back, and also this thing that she wears on her back. I don't know, it's a metal plate back. Oh, sorry, see, I was like, what is this she's wearing on the back? Oh, this is to hold her weapon. Maybe she clicks it to her back. Cloud Strife style. At just the right angle, you get this awesome silhouette of her upper torso bending backwards into this beautiful posture. One thing I did want to draw attention to is on the back of the figure, I feel like maybe, I don't know exactly how short shorts work. I don't really wear a whole lot of short shorts myself, but I am not convinced that this is how short shorts would look if you were wearing them. Even if they were skin tight, I feel like they wouldn't hug the human figure quite so tightly. On the front, I do believe that short shorts could look like that, but on the back I am less convinced. I feel like it's hugging just a little bit too tightly. And then last but not least, just having a look at the shoes here, plenty of detail, and again, folds on these leather boots. And then just to finish up, I'll give you a nice low angle so you can see kind of how the illusion works when she is like this. Like, how well does it actually look like she is flying? You know, how good does this transparent plastic piece here, how well does it do its job of making her look like she is floating, actually mid-jump, jumping off something? I really do think of all the 4 main figures from their Pop-Up Parade series, I just love this pose the most. So there you have it. That's Blake Belladonna from the Pop-Up Parade series from Good Smile Company. Listen up, that's all I've got time for today. Just wanted to show you the unboxing of this figure. It's not like a super in-depth review or anything, but I've had a number of figures before. I'm not exactly a collector, but I do appreciate when work has gone into something like this, and I'm especially interested in figures that are doing their best to be low cost and on a short timeline, so people don't have to wait like a year to 2 years for these figures to actually come out. I really appreciate that there's a line out there like this, and I'm gonna say I'm way more impressed than I thought I was gonna be, because usually when you look at a figure and it says like $30 or $40, you go, okay, I know what $40 quality looks like. Although from a distance, I think you look at it and go, okay, well, it's a fairly simple figure. When you actually get up close on this thing, it's actually kind of impressive how much work has gone into it to conceal any of those cost-cutting measures or speed-increasing measures that they've had to take. Really though, I just bought it because I like this character from Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. Didn't really know anything about her before. I've watched a couple seasons now, and I think she's the best character in the show so far. So, there you have it, Blake Belladonna. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment, let me know, do you have this figure? Do you have any other pop-up parade figures that you're interested in? Do let me know in the comments section below, because this is the first one I've ever bought and I'm blown away. I'm really, really impressed. Good Smile Company, always making awesome quality products. Anyway, if you are interested to talk about stuff like this, figures, gear, Japan, fighting games, anything, controllers, join us on the NihongoGamer Discord, a great place to continue the conversation casually and just with people and meet new people with similar interests. The link to the Discord is in the description box below. I think the only thing I need to do now is find a nice place to actually display this. So when I'm on live stream, like on the NihongoGamer Twitch streams, I'd like to have a place where I can put Blake while I'm actually playing Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. But I want her to be nice and close so you can actually see her. If I put it back there, she'll be blurry and tiny. So until the next NihongoGamer video and or stream, come and see me in Blazblue Cross Tag Battle.